Good morning, Mike and Arlen. Our Philippine journey, a little different. In fact, a lot different than what we usually put out. I want to talk to you about a YouTuber that we watch that I think more people should watch, number one. But number two, how impressed I am with this person as an individual. So, let's talk about it.
Why'd you have to go? I guess this world's too slow for you. I think there's beauty in the gray, the cold, but you just want the gold. And there's no way I can beat it, cause I got no chance, no chance when it comes to her. She got the glitter and the fame, and I just wasn't enough.
All right. You know, I watch a lot of YouTube. I really and truly do. That being said, it ranges from one end of the spectrum to the other. From misogynist pigs to dumbasses to smart people to Philippines to global economies to politics to everything. This guy I'd like for you to take a look at. And if I would bet that a lot of our viewers already watch Smooth Lee. I would bet they do. Okay. With all of that though, what is it? Why is it I like this guy? Why is it you might like this guy? What about him that makes life interesting? Oh, I think that we should, for those of you that aren't familiar with him, okay, he is a gentleman, lives in the Vegas area. I won't get very specific. I actually think I know just about where he lives. I'm pretty familiar with Vegas. But with that being said, he's married to a Filipina. They have a child, and he put out a video the other day that I can't get out of my head. I can be just watching TV and all of a sudden it just pops up. And I think it's something that we should look at. We see a lot of men putting out videos in the Philippines, probably in other countries as well. And they always talk about a couple of different things, but one of the things they talk about is hopping from place to place, and thing to thing, and woman to woman, and relationships and everything else. And those are all topics probably for other videos. What really characterizes Lee and makes a difference, there's two things. Just the two alone. There's probably more depending on what you like and don't like. Okay? But for me, there's two things about him that absolutely blow me away, or at least keep me interested. That's a better. And yeah, it's 5:30 in the morning here. I'm finishing up like 4 videos before our trip. So, excuse the coffee. Lee put out a video, and I'm going to cover 2, but this is the first part. Lee put out a video about a week ago, I guess it was. And I encourage you to go to his channel and take a look at it, where he's talking about how he's having a discussion with his wife, okay, about moving possibly to the Philippines, about relocating back. And they've been to the Philippines on multiple occasions. It's not like this is something unusual, okay? But what holds them back? Well, first off, why and what? And what's the discussion about? Well, the first why is the economics of it and the cultural aspect of it. That's what I get the gist of. I could have missed something or misinterpreted something, and who knows? Lee may let me know. And just so everybody knows, this is not some quid pro quo type of thing. We don't know Lee. We've commented on his videos in the past. He's commented on ours, but we've never exchanged emails, phone calls, nothing like that. So we really don't know Lee. All right. But what he's doing is and the main gist of this video was about his child. And that's the first part that sprung up, because I think Lee and I might be very similar when it comes to this. You see, Lee's being a man, a responsible parent, a responsible male parent. And his future, well, you know what? He's planned for his future, his wife's future. He's always been responsible. And now they're talking about their daughter's future. The things that responsible men do. They look to their children's future. They want their children to have opportunities that they may not have had. And you can tell from the Barbie collection and from everything else, all right, Lee's kid, she's got a lot of opportunities, and you know, that's just simply all there is to it. It's a great family. It seems to be a great family unit. But the point there is that what Lee is doing is he's looking forward and looking for realistic expectations, information, ideas, and everything else about what would this be like for my child if I raised her in the Philippines, from a racial aspect, all right, mixed marriage, from a schooling aspect, from a future aspect. What would her futures be? And that's being a responsible father. Unlike, we won't say any names, but we all know who some of the irresponsible YouTubers are. Okay? Ran away from their children, claiming it's all kinds of other issues. Who knows? I'm not going to get into it. That could be another video. But the second thing, remember I said there's two. We see lots of videos, and Lee just pretty much kills them. He kills their entire bullshit analogy. I can't communicate. You cannot, you will see so many videos about the problems you will have as a foreigner, as an expat involved in a relationship with a Filipina, communicating with them. Well, hell, that's just bullshit. I could sit here and say, that doesn't happen. Arlen and I have in-depth conversations. Our communication is there. Well, part of the problem here is Lee is communicating with his wife. Lee has a wife and he communicates with her. So Arlen is not the exception to the damn rule. Apparently, Lee's in the same situation. And he can carry on a conversation with his wife, which is a conversation that involves a thought process, logical lines, opinions, ideas. These are all things that take place. But you're going to find so many people making videos that say, could not communicate. She was this way, she was that way. Well, you know what? Maybe you're a piss poor, or they are a piss poor communicator. Maybe they don't have the patience to communicate. Maybe they don't recognize, you know what? You don't speak Tagalog or Bisaya or Ilocano or whatever, Kapampangan. And so you have to understand that to communicate sometimes requires a little bit of thought, a little bit of understanding. Because not only are you talking in a different language, but you've still got that cultural barrier that will never go away. You know, if you were raised a certain way, you can change, but you can't get rid of it. Now, you can change, And I'm not saying Lee's wife has changed or Arlen has changed. I'm just saying that Filipinos are not stupid. They understand these things. So to listen to YouTubers that don't understand how to communicate with a Filipina, I would worry a couple of things. The first one, I would say maybe they picked the wrong damn Filipina. I mean, if she has a grade school education, you're going to have that same problem communicating with a girl in America. And, if you have a PhD or an MBA or a BA or a BS or even a high school education, and the girl you're trying to communicate with never got out of the 5th grade, you're going to have a problem. Maybe you picked the wrong person. But to categorize women in the Philippines as not being able to communicate, that they don't understand, that they don't recognize, that they blow. You know what? The reason that you think it goes in one ear and out the other, that they aren't paying attention to you, it probably is true. They're not paying attention to you. They don't really, your communication skills are so piss poor. And I'm not talking about you that's watching it. I'm talking about these individuals. All right. The communication skills are so poor. Here's an example. Smoothly. He talks to his wife. They have deep conversations about things that involve their future, their finances, their child. And here's a responsible man who is saying, I want to do what's best for my child. Now, Lee, I will tell you, one day we should talk on the phone, because I will tell you my experience with my daughter and something that you may want to take into consideration that I think from an educational point of view, the Philippines will never be able to offer your daughter. Just an opinion. I could be wrong. You and your wife may find a better solution. That's for sure. Either way, folks, if you get an opportunity, take a look at Smoothly. Secondly, listen to a couple of his videos. I think you'll find out he's articulate, well-spoken. He doesn't bullshit around. It's realistic, and it's honest, straightforward information. And those are the type of things that I admire about him. So, thank you so much. Tell me in the comments below, do you know Lee's channel already? Are you already aware of him? What do you think about him? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you know something I don't. I'm always open to other interpretations. In the comments below, let us know. Please do subscribe, hit that thumbs up. Have a great day. Thanks.